Hey guys, today we are doing What If Luffy Was a Marine? This is a One Piece what if. So, to start this off, Luffy never meets Shanks, so he never gets the inspiration to become a pirate, so he does end up becoming a Marine. And since Luffy becomes a Marine, let's just say Ace becomes a Marine too. So, they become Marines together, and yeah. So they're trained personally by Garp, of course, since, well, Luffy's Garp's grandson, and Garp treats Ace like his grandson. So, yeah, that they're trained by Garp. And obviously, since Luffy never met Shanks, he never gets a straw hat, and he also never eats the gum gum fruit. So he never. Well, he might eat one later on, but for now, instead of him focusing on Devil Fruit powers, like the first half of One Piece was Devil Fruit powers, and then the second half focused more on hockey, it's reversed. So the first half of One Piece is more so focused on hockey, and the second half is going to be more focused on Devil Fruit powers. So, Luffy and Ace never becomes a pirate, so he also doesn't get his devil fruit yet. He might not get it. He might. I'll figure that out. But basically, what this would do, it would make the bounty system. You know how it would be like whenever Luffy or another crewmate got a new bounty, it would be like a level up kind of thing. Like status wise. Yeah, instead of that, it's with the ranks in the Marines. So, like, Luffy and Ace start off at the bottom and work their way up to the top, and eventually, they can become like Fleet Admiral and Admirals and stuff like that. Eventually, but they work their way up from the bottom, because I don't think Garp would want his grandchildren to get like the special treatment in the Marines and get like boosted up to like captain rank or something just immediately, even though they are strong, but they're not like captain rank, for example, yet, but they will be soon. Um so Luffy and Ace would be main characters. The story would focus on them a lot more, um, which would make Ace's death a lot more impactful later on, because in the original story, Ace rarely ever showed up in the actual story, but this time he is very prominent in the story, and they kind of have like this rivalry thing where they're trying to beat the other one and get the higher rank, and that's their kind of dynamic in this what if. Now, when it comes to the other people who would have become Straw Hats, like Zoro, well, Zoro dies since he never meets Luffy. Luffy never meets Kobe. They never go to Shell Town. Luffy never frees Zoro. Zoro gets betrayed and he gets killed. So Zoro dies. Um, Nami stays under the control of Arlong. Usopp dies because he would probably go out to sea on his own. And I doubt that Usopp would survive like more than a few months at sea. I doubt he would even get out of the East Blue. He probably wouldn't even reach the Paradise half of the Grand Line, and he would probably die after reaching a few islands away. But Sanji would still be on the um, Sea Cafe. I can't remember what its name was, but he'd still be working there with Zeph, and Brook would still be floating around in his ship in the Florian Triangle, I think it was called. So he'd still be alone. And Robin would still, like, the whole thing at Alabasta would still happen, but differently. Um, yeah, but basically, Luffy and Ace work their way up to higher ranks in the Marines very quickly because they're really strong. Um, so at this point, they are both already at captain rank because they're that strong. Um, yeah, they're wait, wait, no, they're not captain rank. They're commander rank, I think, or commodore. I'm not sure. Um, they're they're lower. They're the lower rank just before captain because Smoker was in Alabasta, so I guess that, you know, they could have more free reign when they're, you know, higher ranks like captains, so they can go where they want to go. So that's how they would be in Alabasta, but they're not as strong as Smoker. But they're getting up there in strength. They're like one or two ranks behind Smoker, so I don't know what that rank is called. I don't remember, but um, yeah, there are a few ranks below Smoker, so they still have enough free reign and stuff to, you know, go around more so where they want, and they're high enough of a rank where they can wear those marine cloak things with the kanji, I think, on the back. Uh, you know, the classic marine coats. They wear those, and obviously you can't change too much with the outfits. It's not like Luffy and Ace are gonna wear suits. No, that's not happening. They just wear more marine oriented versions of their regular outfits. Like Luffy, instead of wearing just blue shirts and a red vest, he wears blue shorts and a white vest, like a white marine vest, and he wears his classic blue shorts, and he still has his sandals, but no straw hat. Instead, he just wears a marine hat, regular marine hat. And Ace wears a regular marine hat and, like, his shorts, but they're in white instead. And he has regular black boots. And he just goes around shirtless as usual, but he has the marine cloak on his shoulders, like Luffy. You know, they just kind of wear them on their shoulders. They don't wear them like regular because they're anime characters. They look cool. Um, yeah, that's their designs as Marines. Besides that, they look the same as they usually do. Ace does end up eating the flame fruit, I think is what it's called. Um, he ends up eating that eventually, but this means Ace and Luffy are both quite a lot more adept when it comes to actual hockey. Um, like Luffy and I'm guessing Ace knows Conqueror's hockey. Like I'm guessing he has Conqueror's hockey as well. because I mean it would make sense that Ace would have Conqueror's Haki. So let's say Luffy, as usual, has Conqueror's Haki. He has Armament Haki. He has Observation Haki. And let's say Ace also has Conqueror's Observation and Armament Haki. So they both have those, but Ace also has his Devil Fruit power. Luffy doesn't have any Devil Fruit powers, but he might get some later on. So they both go to Alabasta, and they end up. They don't really. They basically have as much participation in Alabasta as Smoker did, like, which is not that much. I mean, they did some things, but even less so, because this way is like they figure out that Crocodile and he's like manipulating everybody, and he has this underground crime syndicate basically, and they tell Smoker and Tashigi, and they call for backup Marines, and they try and take down Crocodile, which Luffy teams up with Ace, and they are able to defeat Crocodile. Crocodile goes to Impel Down. The rest of his Mr. like numbers, all the agents basically, they all get thrown in Impel Down as well, because they're all defeated as well. Yeah, and some other people from who would be in the crew, where they are, like Chopper, he would just stay in Drum Kingdom. He would just stay there with Dr. Koreha, and yeah, so Zoro would die, and Usopp would die after a while at sea. Brook would stay alone, just drifting. Robin would get locked up, probably, in Impel Down. Nami would stay under the control of Crocodile. Not Crocodile, I meant Arlong. Crocodile, my goodness. For the time being, at least. And Frankie, he's a criminal, so they never become friends with Frankie. They do go to Water 7, but they never become friends with Frankie. They actually arrest Frankie and send him to Impel Down. They also... Well, they'd probably send him to Impel Down, I guess. Yeah. Who else would be affected by this? I guess... Is that all the crew members? I think so. I might be forgetting. I think that's all. Yeah, it's all. It's all of them. So that's what would happen for all of them in this story. But let's go on. After the whole debacle at Alabasta, instead of Smoker getting the getting promoted for, well, they say he defeated Crocodile, even though it was Luffy in the original story. But Luffy does defeat Crocodile, but since he's a Marine, he actually gets promoted for it. And since he defeated a warlord, he gets promoted from about 2 ranks behind Smoker all the way to, let's say he gets promoted to Rear Admiral, because he's like 1 rank, let's say, behind Smoker, but since he defeated Crocodile and since he defeated Crocodile, he gets promoted to whatever rank is right behind Rear Admiral, and then after that, they eventually go to Arlong Park and they defeat Arlong. That was actually a bit earlier. So they defeat Arlong. Nami's free. She joins the Marines, and she's their friend now. So that those two combined things, defeating the most powerful enemy in the most powerful criminal in the East Blue and defeating a super corrupt warlord, get Luffy and Ace both promoted up to Rear Admiral rank, and Smoker just stays as a captain.